everybody, it's VengaDragon and I'm here with Ecore. We are the Hearthstone Meta Hype. We're back again and we got lots of things to talk about. Congratulations to everybody who is also doing the new expansion and enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, we're going to give you some reasons to enjoy it, or actually we're going to go against those reasons and be like, you should be hating the meta because of this card. But before I get to that, I want to go to Ecore. Are you okay, man? Because Rogue still got you, or we got other things going on? What's up, man?
You know, I just like to pretend that Rogue doesn't exist sometimes. I like to think that Hearthstone only has 9 classes, and Rogue is not one of them. Sometimes when I imagine I'm happy. It does. And then I play against a rogue.
It does. Nine classes, man. Yeah, but it's important to know that, you know, we're gonna give you this deal here. This is the card that has just gotten me, and it might have gotten some of you guys too. It's pretty crazy. And just hopefully just like this video, whatever, and say, yeah, I like the video because the watch post is here. What's your thoughts about these new cards? The 2, 3, and 4 mana far watch post, Morshan watch post, and the Crossroads Ross.
I like them. I think they're pretty interesting, cool cards, and it makes sense that they can attack because they're literally buildings. And I think that they're really interesting cards that are like nothing Hearthstone has ever had. I'm thinking about it, and there are probably other cards that couldn't attack, obviously, but to have an ability like this, I think is pretty cool, right? The big issue that I have with these cards is I think they're a little bit too overstated. I think that they shouldn't have as much attack as they do, basically lowering every attack. I talked about this in the nerf video, so that way it doesn't hurt as bad to like try to kill it off, but keep their health high because it's a freaking building, for crying out loud. It's supposed to have a lot of HP. It's supposed to be hard to take down. But no, yeah, I think that these cards are actually really interesting. Making the opponent's cards cost 1 more can be really annoying. Making it harder for the opponent to play minions can be really annoying. Making it harder for the opponent to play spells can be really annoying. And each one of these watch posts can do one of those things, right? Make it harder to draw cards, harder to play minions, harder to cast spells. And I think that that's really, really cool.
Oh man,
they're annoying, I will admit.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm worried that I'm gonna get everybody angry because there might be like this watch post fan club that everybody thinks. I think these cards have. Oh God, I'm gonna say it. I hate them. I hate
definitely
these
annoying.
cards. They're just annoying. The thing is despite the fact that I keep on trying to attack with it every single time, and then I realize I know it doesn't attack, and then I have to hear this minion is unable. I'm just like, oh, that's the first one. But when I see it come down the board, I'm just like, oh no, the watch post, and I'm like, but it can't attack, but I can't kill it because it's just
the stats are too high. And that's what I was saying. Because you can't kill it. It feels so bad to kill.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, you know, you got to deal with them. They're just you have to deal with them. And so,
but it shouldn't also have a ton of attack and kill your minions if you attack them. Like honestly, if these are like, if all buildings had like 1 attack but high health, like a 1 attack, like the Far Watch Post, it's a 2 mana 1/4. The Morshan Watch Post, if it was a 3 mana 1/5. The Crossroads, if it was a 4 mana 1/6. It wouldn't feel like trash to try to kill them. Like I have to kill 2 minions to kill this 1 building because it's just got too much attack.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. The only thing I did the other day, which was pretty wild, I was playing a deck with Ysera in it, and I had to get rid of it because it was just making everything super high. So I gave it, I buffed it, and it died. So it finally was able to get through and make it on. But I'm having problems with these, not just because of the stat line, but because of the samey, man. I feel like in a month where like you're just gonna be like, the meta's a bit stale. The watch post is
I could see that. These cards are definitely going to be one of those like really good and a lot of control mid-range decks. Probably not in an aggro deck, but like most decks will run at least a couple of these watch posts all the time.
Yeah, like I really, the card, if I had to choose one that is my favorite, I think that the Morshan watch post is cool because I like the intentions.
Yeah, it slows down aggro decks. It punishes them for playing a ton of minions. I like it as well.
Right. Yeah, but I don't like the far watch post. I think the far watch post is just it's too mana. I think if anything, it should almost be the other way around. Not 2, 3, 4. It should be this one. The far watch post should be the 4 mana or something. I don't know. It just seems like the order is there.
Yeah, I kind of agree because there have been times where I coined out Far Watch Post, and they couldn't kill it for 4 or 5 turns after that. So I basically got rid of, or I cheated 5 mana, kind of. Like, I made their stuff cost 5 more. But then they also had to use a card to then kill the Far Watch Post with like a spell later on. It was just so efficient.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically.
We've talked about this before.
Right. You just have to get it. It's just like you can't. And the thing is, though, oh man, they're so frustrating. They're a frustrating thing. And I just think that those kind of cards that create the frustration factor, like that game I played against the Priest, where
they had 5 of them out there.
It's just those. Yeah, it's just so much suck involved in that, and I can't stand it. I think, I don't know, man. That sometimes the designers of Hearthstone, I think they get like, they're sadists or something, and they just like to see people like in bad positions, and just, I don't know, man. These they're so awkward. These cards, like, I want to like them, but I hate them.
Just a
that
quick
really
thing.
gets to the
For those of you who don't know what
Yeah,
passive or like soft taunt means, because you used it, and I don't know if all the viewers know, it's basically just a minion with an ability that's so powerful, you have to kill it, even though it doesn't have taunt. So technically, if you want to go face, you can to do damage, which is why it's a soft or passive taunt. But most times you have to kill it off, and it's like it has taunt.
Yeah. It's like, and they're actually, to talk about that too, because it's a cool topic. Really, we'll go on a tangent here because it's good, I think, to talk about. They're great. Also, a lot of people have asked me, because I played poker for a living and stuff for a long time and everything, and they asked me, do you use any of your poker skills in Hearthstone? And the answer is yes. Bluffing. Like, you could drop down something like that's a soft taunt, like you just don't have any backup for it. Like in back in the day when like Vargoth was in your deck, and you're sitting there, you got nothing
and
to
you just drop them.
Yeah, you put them down on turn 4 because, and it's your opponent, oh no, they're gonna play something big on turn 5, I gotta get rid of it, right? So it's kind of like a bluff card, and you just have no follow-up, but you put it down because it potentially saves you if you're like playing against a rogue, an eviscerate, and
and they have to use they eviscerate it, and you're like, that's 4 damage I just dodged. It was close.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they dealt with it, so it's kind of cool. They make for a versatile card. The problem with these watch posts, though, is there are soft taunts, and there is no real bluffing factor in them. They're always good
because they're good.
Yeah, they're always good. And like, the only thing that maybe you could do that was something like really weird is like, I'm so frustrated about the fact that they don't attack. Right? Because I always say when I stream, I'm like, I'm a minion guy. I like to play minions, and I like to just like swirl boards and control the board and win the board with minions, right? And when they're not attacking, it's so frustrating. So I'm like, would there ever be a planet that would exist where I could silence this thing and get it to attack? So
I actually thought the exact same thing, because the stats are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like, 3/5. I could definitely, like, maybe that's like kind of crazy, but it is. Right? You're just like, but it's just like I said, what insane world would exist for that attack to come? But I mean, you never know. I mean, the Morshan watch post, could potentially put up 5 damage on the board, right? They play a minion.
I don't mind that one. That one is like specifically designed to counter aggro decks that try to get a lot of minions really quickly, and I like it. The other two just seem, at least the Far Watch post, just seems like, oh, I'm gonna slow you down and be kind of toxic, and then the Crossroads. I actually don't like the Crossroads watch post. I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna be honest. I think that I don't run it in my watch post.
You don't
decks,
need to, because your opponent can't. Right? It's like, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's just, can't attack whenever your opponent casts a spell. Give your minions +1/+1.
I was watching streams, and I was watching a couple of videos where people were trying to make watch post decks, and I cannot tell you, because I watched like an hour and a half of just gameplay of them playing, where they were playing watch post decks, and there were so many times where they'd have a hand of 3 cards in their hand, and all of them were watch posts, because at a certain point they just become bad to play, and they're just terrible. And the Crossroads watch post was one of those cards. Like, the other two are fine to play a lot of the time, but the Crossroads watch post, if you don't have minions on the board, it literally just sits in your hand. It does nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a very good card.
Yeah.
So I'd watch, and there'd be like 1 or 2 of them in their hand at all times, and they would almost never play it unless it's the turn before the 7-mana legendary that summons an extra 5/5. Like, that's the only time I'd ever see this card be used.
Yeah, they're like, oh well, it like, the thing is, it doesn't even, if there's no minions on the board, right? your opponent doesn't even have to really deal with it. They don't really have to do anything.
Yeah, they can just ignore it because it also can't attack. Yeah, I don't like this one particularly.
Yeah, it is bad. The only thing that's decent about it is that it gets buffed by the legendary Cargill Battle Scar, which that card is really cool. I actually do like that card. I think that's a really, really strong card. I mean, you could put up for 7 mana, you could put up 35 damage on the board. You could, right?
Well, yeah, actually. I was like, what? No. But yeah, if you get all the watch posts, then yes. Wait, does it say play for him? I don't know the exact wording. Like, if the priest that made copies, do they get counted?
Summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you've summoned this game. So
okay, so wait.
So that means that
summoned, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it would be you need to summon 6 of them, which you can do because there are 6. You could have 2, 2, and 2. But yeah,
okay.
I mean, on our decks, we're not going to get that extra 2 crossroad from the crossroads because I didn't feel the need to run it either. I thought that there just wasn't
the other
room.
2 were good, but that one was just meh.
Yeah, there wasn't really room. You know what I mean? Because it just like seemed like whatever. But yeah, I mean, the Cargill is really cool. It's a really cool card. But the thing is, again, those kind of make for that samey type of thing. I mean, you'll just see these 2, 3, 4, and 7, or you'll see variations of 2, 3, and 7. You'll very rarely see the 4 mana one. I just don't like these cards. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm gonna play them. But I just don't like.
Obviously, they're good.
Yeah,
you gotta play.
Yeah,
them.
that's the thing is. But in 3 months, I'm gonna be sitting there playing watch post decks. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. They're too polarizing for the meta, in my opinion. And I don't know. I just keep Morshan watch post. That's the only one that I think that really should have. I was excited about that card because it put a minion.
It was cool.
It's the best of the lot. Yeah, but that's pretty much everything that I got to say about this. I mean, we do this show in between content. Ecore is just like pumping it out, guys. And we put our hearts and souls on the line for you guys. We appreciate what everybody does. Just wanted you to give this video a like. You just hit that like button. That's all you got to do. But before you do that, make sure that you check out the fact that we do this every week, also on Ecore's channel. So and Ecore, you know what, man?
What?
I gotta tell you something, man.
What is it?
Stay hype, and we'll see you next week.